you guys. Today's Thursday. Happy Thursday, you guys. How are you? This is Marilyn coming in to say hello. And it's kind of gray here. I'm not going to move the phone around because I thought I would use my doohickey thing that I have to clip it onto something so that you're not right in my face. I know you love to be right in my face, but not today. Not today. So I'm coming on to share some news. I'm not going to post this till tomorrow, but I'm super, super excited, you guys. We have been planning something. Roland and I have been planning something for maybe 10 years. So this is 10 years in the making. So it is not something that happened overnight. My neighbor's dog was going to bark. If you hear chickens, if you hear a rooster crow, if you hear dogs, it's okay, because I'm on my back porch. I call these back porch sessions with Marilyn, okay? Anyway, this is something that Roland and I have been planning to do for years. We've worked up to this point, and there has been so much living in between. And airplanes. Did I mention airplanes are going to go by? Yes, we live kind of near the airport, so an airport is nearby, and you will hear planes, trains, no trains. Probably won't hear any trains. Automobiles? You might hear an automobile. But I'm on my beautiful back porch, and I wanted just to share the news because I would love for everyone to do what we've done. I have friends who are married and friends who aren't, and just my own children, people. If you're interested in lowering your bills, okay, lowering what you pay out each month, if you're interested in that, then you're going to be interested in what I'm about to talk about. So it might take a little while, and I'm going to break this up into different segments because I can see that this video is 2 minutes right now, 2 minutes. So I don't want to be over 6 or 7 minutes per video, because I think people tune out after those minutes. You might even tune out a little bit before, but I want you to know that tomorrow Roland and I are signing papers on our home that we are going to own debt-free, mortgage-free. I know, if I edited my own videos, if I did, you'd hear the clapping and the cheering right now. But I don't. I don't edit my own videos, you guys. I don't edit these videos. I don't have time to edit the videos, for real. And I'm not going to do anything that is going to require you guys to kind of want to blurp out. I'm just going to talk, okay? This is just a chat with me on my back porch. That's what we're doing. And I'm giving you some information about how we were able to accomplish buying a house without a mortgage, okay? So we'll just back up a little bit, and I'll tell you that Roland and I, we have 12 children, and as the years went along, I've been married for 32 years. As the years went along, we would make goals. We would go, whenever I think of it, I think of this barbecue restaurant, okay? Barbecue restaurant in McElhenney, Florida. Forgot the name of it now. We'd go and we'd sit. And before that, we would go, we lived in Jacksonville. We'd go, we'd get a babysitter, because you just can hardly think when you have kids running all around. But we'd hire a babysitter for 2 hours, and Roland and I would go, and we'd take our notebook, and we'd sit, and we'd write, and we'd plan. We'd plan for our future. We'd make short-term goals. We would make long-term goals. We would make 1-year goals, 3-year goals, 5-year goals. We would look way out into the future and make even 10-year goals. We actually looked out into the future when we were a young couple and just barely married, and we were thinking, when Roland retires, what do we want our life to look like at that point? So we were like dreaming, okay? So there is a point when you sit down to budget and you're just budgeting, okay, a simple budget. I'm a paper and pen kind of gal. We tried a budget thing on our computer. It tabulates everything for you. It's great. It was too complicated. Our life is so busy, so fast-paced, and we're kind of old school. We're not this generation that is texting 100 words a minute. We're kind of old school, so pen and paper. We'd sit there with our pen and paper. I told you you'd hear automobiles. If you hear trains, I will give you $1 because we do not have trains around us. But if we should happen to hear some, we're going to hear everything today. But I think I kind of like the background noises, right? Kind of makes it a little more interesting than me just sitting here blabbing. Hear the birds singing, you guys? All kinds of birds here. I live in the country, little ways outside of the city, the beautiful city of Savannah. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, making goals. Okay, so if you sit down with your significant other, or you just sit down yourself and get a notebook, it's just going to cost you $1, and you set up a budget. I will show you later. I will even show you how I budgeted. But that's at the very beginning, because you have to have a budget. If you don't know where your money's going each month, you're not going to have money at the end of anything to buy anything with or to dream with. So Roland and I would sit down and we would take some time to kind of write things down. And we would even say, what do we want our retirement to look like? Okay, we're 25, but what do we want it to look like when we're 50? What do we want if we live that long? Thank God. And we are. Seems like we are. And if we are 65, what do we envision ourselves doing? So this is called dreaming. And I think so many people are so bogged down in their daily lives and in their situations that they have stopped dreaming. Friends, whatever you do, please do not stop dreaming. Get yourself together. Okay, just get yourself together. And I'm going to have a whole nother series of videos where I talk about getting yourself together. And what does that look like? Okay, because you really can't do what you really want to do unless you have your act together. And you look at other people and you say, oh, they have their act together, they're lucky. Okay, luck has nothing to do with it. You know that. Luck has nothing to do with it. Everything to do with planning. And you don't have to be a planning freak, because I'm certainly not that. I'm a really spontaneous kind of gal. I like to do things on the fly. I work better under pressure. So if I haven't prepared and it's the day before, I work really hard to get it done and I deliver. That's just me. I work great under pressure. Some of you may even be gifted enough that you are, by nature, you're very organizational. You know, you write everything down and you have it all together. That's awesome. You are going to do so well, and you're probably already doing well. But I just wanted to come on here and share with you my great news that I've been talking about. The great reveal is that we are going to have a home that is mortgage free. We live in our beautiful house right now, has a mortgage on it. And we do have a 15-year mortgage, but we just refinanced. So that mortgage won't be paid off for 15 years. But we had a plan about 10 years ago. We got serious and we were able to dream enough so that we said, okay, look, in the future, how long do we think it would take us to be able to pay for a home with cash? And we looked out into the future and we said in about 10 years we could do that. So we are here at that place. We literally moved into this place about 10 years ago, maybe 10 years ago. And when we sell this place, we're going to be able to restock our emergency funds, and we are going to be able to have all of that money back because we have quite a bit of equity in the home that we bought. And when we were looking at homes about 10 years ago, we were not looking at, okay, we did look at $300,000 homes, but I don't recommend. Well, maybe you should. I think you should look at everything just to know what you're doing. So Roland, his recommendation was, let's just look at everything. We were approved, when we were house hunting, we were approved for a whole lot of money. But I did the math because I'm the budget keeper. I'm the money keeper in our family. And I said, you know what? If you want to work every weekend of your life, then we can afford this. But if you decide you don't want to work every single weekend and all of the overtime that you can and spend less time with your family, then we can get this house. But we need to be looking for a home that is under $200,000. And so we were looking in the city of Savannah, and the pickings was slim. The pickings were slim. But it's 10 minutes on this video. I'm going to stop here because there's so much to share, and I want to do a second video on how we are going to be able to go to that lawyer's office tomorrow and sign documents and get the title to our new place mortgage free. I love you guys, and I'm going to be coming in. Don't worry. I'm going to tell you just how we did it and how it would be possible for you to do the same thing. Love you guys. Bye.